Hi, my name is Khuzaima and welcome to my channel Hustle and Chill. In this video, I'm presenting before you all a book summary of The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. So stay tuned and let's see what he has to say. The first habit that he speaks about is being proactive. By being proactive, he means that a person who is successful, who is effective in his personal and professional life is someone who focuses on things that he can control and he works on them. And he does not worry about the things that are outside his control, and because he knows that there is no point in worrying about it. So when he knows that there are things that he can do something about, he works on them. And in this way he becomes successful in the things that he does. So highly successful people are being proactive. So now I'd like to give example from personal and professional life for each of the habits that we will discuss. So the first example I would like to give from personal life is about, let's consider that you want to lose weight, you want to get fit, you want to lose some weight, and you know that for the most important thing for losing weight is you don't have the most basic thing is that you have to have your sugar control, your sugar intake in control. Like you cannot go on eating cakes and ice creams and drinking soft drinks, and you cannot lose weight in this manner. So you know that you have to, for the most basic thing in weight loss is that you have to have your sugar intake in control, and you know that you cannot resist when you have your Cadbury, your chocolate sitting in your refrigerator, you have got drinks in your refrigerator, and in this way you know that you will always be tempted to have them. So the first discipline of being proactive is that you don't bring sugar and soft drinks at home, which you know that you'll be tempted to have them. Along with that, when we go shopping, you are proactive in the sense that you make a list of the things that you want to buy, and you only buy things that are on the list. Anything that is unnecessary and it's not on the list, you don't buy them. Along with that, I would like to say that it is said that when you're hungry, you should not go shopping, because you tend to buy things that you feel that you want to have and you want to eat, but when you come home you regret buying those things. So you should not go shopping when you're hungry. One of the things from being proactive in your professional life is that, let's consider that you are a software engineer and there are some things that you don't like about you think that there are better way things can be done, and what you do is, rather than talking about it that these things can be done in this way, what you do is you do those things in the area of your concern, and you show other people that, see, this is the way things can be done, and if they agree, it's a win-win situation, or else you can go on continuing the things in your own personal way. So being proactive helps you in your personal and professional life, and it makes you highly effective. So the second habit that Stephen Covey discusses is that to begin with the end in mind. Successful and highly effective people have already got an end in their mind, and when they have got that end and the vision in their mind, they take slow and steady steps towards reaching that goal. So when effective people have the end in mind, they are clear on their vision, they have clarity, and they don't get confused about the things that they do. So when you have the end in mind, it makes you highly effective, and it makes your life easier because of clarity that you have got. Now this will be different to each person. Every person's goals and dreams and purpose in life is different. So, and it takes time to have that purpose and vision in life, but once you find it, you stay with it and you become highly effective and successful in your endeavors. That is the second habit. The third habit is putting first things first, because if you compromise necessary and important things for the unnecessary and important things, the results will not be desirable, and you will ultimately be unhappy about the results that you get. So when you put first things first, when you do the most important and significant tasks first, then everything else falls in place. Now there is an analogy that there was a glass jar, and when first of all you put the big stones, then you smooth the small stones, and the last thing that you put in is grain of sand. So everything gets accustomed and everything gets fit in the glass jar. So you start with putting first things first. The fourth habit is that of think win-win situation, because that is the most sustainable way to go out there. Because when you win and the other person wins, it is a long-term sustainable relationship. So you always have to think win-win, and you don't have to think win-lose or lose-win, because if you win and the other person loses, he will not be happy and he will not continue the relationship. And if you lose and the other person wins, you will not be happy, and you will want to discontinue and you will not be satisfied. So for a long-term relationship, you always have to think win-win situation. The fifth thing is first seek to understand and then to be understood. This is a very important rule of communication, is that when the other person is listening, you listen with the intention of understanding, and you don't try to figure out or reply in your mind that what you will respond with once the other person stops speaking. Rather, you engage in active listening, and that is, you ask other person the questions about the things that he just spoke about. The sixth thing is synergize. Now this is the habit of getting all the pieces together and making a complete whole, because life is not fragmentized and it is not compartmentalized. It is not that you have to apply the principle of putting first things first here. You have to apply the habit of think win-win situation over there. Everything works together like the wheels in a system. So when you do that, when you synergize thing, it becomes a whole, and it makes a complete sense of things. So the sixth habit is that of synergizing. And the last habit, and that is the sharpening the saw. It means that you reevaluate yourself, you do soul searching, and you assess yourself on a regular basis, so that you sharpen the saw, and that makes you more and highly effective. It is not a one-time thing that you do it once and you won't have to do it later. It is a continuous process. You have to do it again and again and again. So that is all for this video. Now we'll meet again in another video with a book summary of a different self-improvement book. Thanks. Subscribe to my channel, hit the like button. We'll see you again.